Now, we had, when we do this show, when we have guests, we interview our guests, and then we tape the top of the show, right? And sometimes, even though it seems like we're going to talk to the people later, we're doing the top of the show, kind of leading up to the interview. Well, before the interview started, Blue gave her perspective on the situation, and then she shared a backstage conversation that she had with DaniLeigh, and this is what Blue said about that conversation.
Afro-Latina panel with DaniLeigh several weeks before Yellowbone, and behind the scenes while they were doing mic checks and everything, we were talking about the Afro-Latin experience. And I don't know if she thought I was one of those I know Black Dominicans, but she was real candid with me. And she told me directly to my face, I don't consider myself Black, but I like Black music and Black men. And I wish Black women weren't so jealous about it. She said it to my face. And then we had a conversation where I said, sis, I need you to never say that in public. And I tried to tell her that she needed more education around the Afro-Latin experience. A couple weeks later, that song comes out. I was like, oop, she didn't listen to me, right? So I know for a fact that DaniLeigh does not consider herself Black. If she's changing her story, I'm calling cap because she said it to my face that she does not consider herself Black, but she uses the N-word.
Now, I wasn't there. Damage wasn't there. Blue was. And so now, since that aired, there's been a lot of conversation online. DaniLeigh has actually responded to Blue on another platform. And then there was this back and forth. This is what Danny said. Danny said, in the interview, I say I'm Afro-Latina. Why before the interview would I say some wild shit like that? That's not my character. There were 5 other women on that panel. Get them to vouch. I would never say something like that. It don't even make sense. Well, Blue didn't want to be labeled a liar and responded because this is what we do. We respond online. I never do this, by the well. I did with
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Blue went in and said, Danny, not only did you say it, when I showed you grace and told you that you needed to acknowledge that some of the bitterness that Black women had towards you was steeped in valid pain, you brushed me off. I was so saddened by our exchange. I talked to my glam team about it that very day, back in November, well before you ever made headlines for that Yellowbone song. If you're so used to speaking of African American women in that way that my exchange with you didn't even stick to your memory, say that. If you've since evolved in the topic after giving birth to a child that will now be seen as a Black woman, say that. But you don't want to play the revisionist history card with me, love. You said it, and unfortunately for you, I remembered. Well, Danny responded to you, and this is what she said. Bitch better have my money. No. He said, so now you got a reason because you see me being mistreated, thrown out of a crib with my child. You said, let me chime in and call this girl a racist. Yeah, okay. For sure, convenient to say I said this while cameras are off. You said I spoke real candid. My friends know I'm mad chill. I don't even speak how you're portraying me. Like I said, there were 4 to 5 other women in the panel. Get them to vouch for you, Ma. Peace.
And then
Blue, DaniLeigh is saying everything you're saying is cap.
well, there was one more comment after that actually gathered her and caused her to DM me. I said, Danny, I would never mention this without a reason. And the only reason the story was relevant now is because you were on camera calling your Black baby's father the N-word. And there was a debate about if you considered yourself Black. You using that word is the only reason when I was asked my opinion, our exchange was actually finally relevant. And if you watch the entire interview, I spoke of the need to show you compassion as a woman, regardless of your comments. So miss me with the bringing you down rhetoric. I actually spent 20 minutes saying to you what I would have said to any woman I care about. Also, stop asking me to have complete strangers vouch for me when other people in the industry, some of them are Dominican, told me that our exchange made them sad. That is a lot more of a compelling character witness than hoping some strangers on a panel remember an exchange they weren't even part of a year ago. Nice try distracting from the truth, but attempting to dismiss what you said instead of sharing how you've evolved since then is the wrong approach. I still wish you well, sincerely, but I'm not going to lie for you. And when I said I'm not going to lie for you, that's when she DM'd me and said, woman to woman, can we talk? And so we talked.
Did you guys talk on the phone?
I wanted to talk on the phone, but she got in my DMs and repeatedly kept on typing like angry Kermit. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? First of all, as someone who coaches people about manipulative tactics, when someone does something wrong and instead of explaining themselves, they put the ownership on you to explain their actions. That's called gaslighting. So I said, Danny, I wouldn't ever know why you would say that. That's a question for you to answer. She kept on saying, why would I say that? So I very calmly explained the story to her. And you know what's so funny about this exchange, guys? Have you ever had a moment where you're arguing with someone and they're like, you hurt my feelings last week, and you get defensive and say, no, I didn't. But the more they start giving you details, you're like, oh shit, now it's coming back to me. The more I shared details with DaniLeigh, suddenly the cap locks went away. Suddenly the anger went away. And I could tell she was like, oh crap, I remember this. And it went from why would I say it to, well, Blue, I'm a mother. I'm broken. You should feel bad for me. So I was like, oh, so I'm not a liar anymore. You went from calling me a liar to asking me for grace. And I said, Danny, if you had hit me up 3 days ago, we could have talked about it and I would have never mentioned it and it would have died in 24 hours. But you're the one who made this a story because you went to every comment section, make sure people were tagging me and harassing me for 72 hours, and you forced me to pull out receipts. And unfortunately for you, a lot of the folks I told are in the industry and can vouch for me. Some of those blogs you're on talking ill about me, the owners of those blogs have hit me up and said, Blue, I believe you because you told me when it happened. So I was like, you want to be easy with me. And she finally asked for me to renege on the story. I refused to because I'm like, I'm not going to lie for you, Danny. And here's the thing, right? I want you guys to think about this. You don't have
Wait, she asked you to renege on it.
She was like, she kept on saying, Blue, I'm broken. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? I said, Danny, you did it to yourself.
But did she ask you to take it back?
She kept on saying she demanded, I'm going to pull it up because I do not want to lie. She kept on saying that she was demanding that I explained to her why she said it. And I said, Danny, I can't explain your actions to you, and I'm not going to take it back because that would be a lie. Because she kept on saying it over and over again, why would I do this? Then she said, well, my Black friends, I send it to them, my fully Black friends, and they know that I would never say anything like that. That statement really bothered me, Jason and Damage, because you just admitted to me that what you said to me casually in a Latin forum, you know better than to say it in front of your Black friends.